We are here then for the Lagos Prix, and it's Ravo on pole with his teammate Arna Babness alongside. Then it's Sakari and U-Cable. Theodore Schumacher is 5th with Sebo Campo in 6th. Then it's Anot Kiwi and his teammate Mahavir Raghunathan. Yuki Suo starts 9th with Salas Kynes alongside, and then it's Rodin Toyota's Daf Sanchez. Leo starts 12th with Pastor Maldonado alongside. Then it's Marcus Nelson, Neil Rice, Jacko Tigranes, MF1 World, Lawless Leclerc, Daniel Bogdasarov, Bob, David Camino, and JD Venter. With the championship leaders starting down on the back row of the grid, and with Hyperdrive holding a 1-2, all 5 legs go on. And for the first time since Season 5, we are green in Lagos, and that's a very good start from Ravo, the driver who has won in Lagos before. Akari with the inside line, he's going to send it up into 2nd place. And Akiri with a time penalty, that's 5 seconds for causing a collision. And but out in front then, Ravo holding on to the lead by only a thread. Akari, he's going alongside with him. He was denied a race. He's win 2 rounds concurrent now, and he could be on to try and take the lead here in Nigeria, but he's just not close enough, and he's got Babness for company, with Babness and U-Cable and Theodore Schumacher all starting on the hard compound of tyres. Is with 11 laps in this Abuja E3. Sorry, Lagos. I keep forgetting which city we're in. But it is still Ravo leading the way. The gap between the race leaders is 1.7 seconds. Akari flexing the limits of track limits. And can he find the inside line? It's not really anywhere close enough to even think about making the overtake. And Kiri has found his way up into P4 ahead of U-Cable. But he's got 5 seconds to add to his end of race time. So there's still a little bit more that he can do from there, if he wants to actually get some very good points on the board. JD Venter, by the way, started last. He's up into 17th position. And Ravo then coming across the line now, and he's going to start lap 2 of 17. 9 to go in Abuja. This is the longest lap on the calendar, which is why we have the least amount of laps with this race. This track layout also has a very low chance of having collisions because of how wide the track is. And that's not QE trying to make a pass on Iron Babness. Babness will not have DRS, and neither will U-Cable, so he's very vulnerable to Akari, who takes the race lead in Abuja. Akari to the lead of E-Prix in the fastest first sector of anyone. And QE, by the way, ahead of Iron Babness. U-Cable got his 4th position back, and Ravo now with a time penalty to try and take back his race lead. He has it now, but Akari is now very much under no pressure to get ahead of Ravo, but he's still trying to get that position on the road. I don't know if he has been sold about that penalty that the car ahead of him has. I think he might have been. He's just kind of hanging back now, and he's trying to stay within DRS advantage. But it's Ravo who is leading the C3 with a time penalty to his name. And Akari is 2nd with the net race lead. But this always happens to the Pinnacle cars. They look to have a great race, and then something out of their control happens. That is there. Mahavir Raghunathan trying to make an overtake, and now both Hyperdrive cars with time penalties, as Babness now trying to get past U-Cable. Leo in pit lane with David Camino. No real damage seen on either car. You would have known if there was. But Babness is now up into 4th. There's a lot of movement for position here because Yuki Suo now up into P4. Looking for some team radio if possible, but you know, you rarely ever get team radio. Akari now, he's 1-point-something seconds away from Ravo. This is still very much a battle for the lead. He's trying to send it down the inside. He's holding it. He's forced him very wide there, but if the turn's going to switch back, and Ravo is going to hold on to the race lead for now. You can see where the inside curbs are, but it's still not quite Akari's game to win, at least on track, because Akari right now, he's got a surefire race lead because of Ravo's time penalty, which, by the way, does get added on to the end of the race. And Yeah. Both Mercedes, by the way, not making up as much ground as they would have thought. Maybe it's because it's a little bit harder to overtake on most of the track, but where you can overtake is the main straight, and Mercedes' straight line speed has not been too good today, as far as we know. As into the pits come the race leaders, top 4 all into the pit lane, and so it's Fabulous who will lead the race. I'm going to go on board with Leo then, because he's the lead car who's come into the pits so far, and look at the gap between them. This is actually, Sector 3 is quite possibly one of the fastest sectors on any track on the calendar, beaten only by quite possibly Rome. And yeah, the cars are now coming out of the pits. And that's quite the interception, almost a collision between the two pinnacle cars. But one knows who's leading the race out of the drivers who have just come in. It is Yuki Suo going for his first career race win. And Arcui is currently second, and Akari third. MF1 was with a track limits warning. And Akari now, he's getting past an Arcui to try and gain some time on the Japanese. He's number 19 car ahead of him. 2 seconds the gap between 12 and 13. And the race leaders definitely will need to come to the pits very soon, even if you are on the hard tyres, because the softs have absolutely shredded. I'm gonna see if we can get a little bit more team radio, because we haven't really gotten anything in that message from JD Venter was from last time out. It was a delayed message. We're talking about this, I'm pretty sure. We've got some old media pen moments as Daf Sanchez into the pits, and I think that's Pastor Maldonado also in with him. Yes, it is. Pastor Maldonado in the pits. And we have a virtual safety car now. Daf Sanchez out in pit lane. Oh my goodness me, Daf Sanchez out within the pits. Rodin Toyota. What happened there? I think what must have happened was there must have been an issue with the trying to get the tire off, and they just had to retire the car because most likely a wheel nut was broken or damaged. That's just speculation on my end. As now an Arcui, he hasn't got DRS on a car. He's gaining on it. He hasn't got DRS because of that virtual safety car. Bravo, by the way, now up into 10th place. He's ahead of Leo, clearing that pinnacle car, who isn't really staging too many fights out there. And you know what? The race leaders actually could be fine with their tires. They have quite the offset strategy, so there is a very good chance that one of the top 6, most likely U-Cable, if not him, then Theodore Schumacher, they could win this race. They can still win, as Theodore Schumacher in that Skoda number 90 car, he's going alongside Heiner Babinas. There are clouds appearing in the sky now. Babinas trying to get past U-Cable. It's showing Babinas ahead. U-Cable pits, Theodore Schumacher pits on this lap. And I think I saw a spot of rain. I'm not too sure. These guys, these hard tyre runners all coming in. The soft tyres. It's Lawless Leclerc dropping down the order with a 5-second time penalty now. Unfortunate for the Mercedes driver. And there goes Pastor Maldonado. Track limits warning. But he's going to be allowed to keep that position. Cameo now under threat from JD Venter. This is over 10th place. The championship leader needing every single point he can get. Because if it finishes like this, Ocampo will retake the lead of the championship. So it is JD Venter now up into 10th place. Does he have DRS is the question. He doesn't. He's going to get swarmed. This is going to be absolute hell for the number 23 car, who loses one position. He only loses one. Looking further upfield, and Akari, he's dropping back now. Oh, he was a net second now. He's only a net third, considering they're not Huey's. His time pass, he's been passed by Yui, he's been passed by Ocampo, and he's looking to be passed by Ravo here. Not the day he wanted by him. Looking back with Yuki Tsuo, the only rodent Toyota car in the race is MF1 World. He's giving way to these guys. He's got literally nothing left in the car. He's got very worn tyres. He's giving a not Kiwi quite the slipstream. In fact, down into the bus stop chicane. Getting very close to the Red Bull, to the Skoda, and I do believe, yeah, into the pits. They both come. They're both in the pits. So it's Ocampo leading away from Sebastian. It's Sebastian Ocampo leading away from Akari, with only a handful of laps left to go. 4 laps left in the C3. Lowell's getting the track limits warning. I think he got a time penalty for doing something. No, it was a collision time penalty. I'm stupid. But MF1 World's gamble could have just paid off. It could have. We don't know. We go down the Kimmel Straight then. Ravo very close alongside with Akari. What the race leaders want right now is rain to start falling around this track. And they need it as soon as possible. Because no matter what, they're going to pit this lap. But there are much clouds forming. In fact, it's getting a lot sunnier out there. I know it doesn't look it because of the amount of foliage, but trust me, guys. We're now coming through the second sector, barreling now down towards the final one. Marcus Nelson, by the way, give him a little bit of props. He's currently 4th place, and down Bob Sarov currently 5th. He's on for his first points of the season if he hasn't already had them. There are only 4 laps left in this E3 to run. Ravo, by the way, has gotten past Akari. Yeah. And that is Daniel Bogdasarov getting himself up into 4th place, making a very late lunge around the outside. And the top guys, the top prize coming into the pits. Bogdasarov into the lead on lap 8 of 11. And if rain starts to fall, this is absolutely painful to watch for these guys. Now we go on board with MF1 World. I don't know if the drivers have come into the pits are coming out of it yet. They might be, but they're definitely not going to have too much of an advantage. Where is these guys? He's come out ahead of Camino. He's come out ahead of everyone behind Camino, it seems. Did Camino come in? No, Camino didn't come in. He's been overtaken by David Camino. So it's Pastor Maldonado, by the way, leading the way. He got DRS on down Bogdasarov. But here comes UK Roll on Bogdasarov, getting ahead of the Andretti car. JD Rental, the fastest first sector. He's currently in 10th place. He needs every point he can get. I've mentioned this once. I'll mention it again. This could come down to strategy because of the small amount of laps, but the many places to overtake. I think the top 3 all with a very good shot of winning the race, but their tyres have absolutely been shot, so maybe not. So everyone currently with a good chance of winning a race if it just comes to them. UK Roll now trying to get past Maldonado. He's going side by side with the Jaguar car and that Honda powered Brawn car using all of its brains, and its Brawn takes the lead of the E3. And they come into the pits now. Bogdasarov in. How many other drivers are going to come into the pits? Suo is staying out, so it is most definitely dry. And Abandoned with the fast lap of the E3, and he now takes the lead on lap 9 of 11. JD Benson now retaking that fast lap of the E3, and he's currently in 3rd position. And his tyres probably will not make it to the end of the race. Nor will Yuki Tsuo's, nor will Lineup Abness's. David Camino with a time for the track limits warning into his name. And Huey actually, he's got the similar tyre wear percentage. And so, as for the drivers I think should be able to make it to the end, it's Ocampo back. Everyone who's made a pit stop since lap 8 should be able to make it to the end of the race. Akari up into P9 then. Can he take P8 from MF1 World? He's still not close enough to try and even sniff an overtake. I've said this in basically every race commentary that I've done. But he's still just not really close enough to even make a lunge yet. He's within a second of the Skoda car, but he's nowhere near Ocampo, which would be the race lead. So right now, it's a net podium for the Pinnacle car. Leo, by the way, and he's been passed by Sebastian Ocampo. As we now watch the race leader coming Boo Blanchimont gets into the bus stop chicane here in Lagos. And he does come in. Only a handful of laps left to run. It is going to be soft tyres for the hyperdrive car. Going on pretty slick, but they've had to wait for many drivers to go by. So now on the penultimate lap, it is Ocampo from Akari from Nelson, your top three. And for Sebastian Ocampo, this is the race where he can retake the championship lead and he can take a massive chunk out of anyone else's hopes of winning the championship, because JD Venter, Ironet Babness all outside of the points. Ravo, he's in the points, but he's got a time penalty to his name, so he's got to make this launch work, and he does. That is second place for the hyperdrive car on the penultimate lap of the Prix. This is for the podium, and we have another virtual safety car. Salos Karting's another championship contender out of the race, and he could have had a puncture. Is the thing. I'm not too sure on that. I'm getting conflicting reports on whether or not he had a puncture on telemetry. But what we do know for a fact is that he has crashed out of this race. Virtual safety car is ending. And we go back racing then. Ocampo from Ravo from Akari. And JD Venter now. We're looking at that Mercedes car. Board with Pascal Maldonado. Looking behind him, it's Daniel Baltasarov we're looking at. And it's just a little shot. There's just a little bit of a chance that Maldonado can get a very good finish, because he's up into 6th now. You can see the back of everyone there, and that is, wow, Lawless Leclerc up into 5th place. What a lunge, as we now go on to the final lap of the E3. Sebastian Ocampo leading the way very comfortably. Akari, he's been sent by Marcus Nelson, and packages have been sent to the Philippine driver over that podium position. Yuki Suo with the track limits warning. It's all very close together for this podium position. Ravo leading this train. He could be passed by either Marcus Nelson or Akari going down this main straight. Marcus Nelson to 2nd place. Akari, he could still take a very good second here. Off goes Marcus Nelson. Ravo trying to retake that 2nd place. Through goes Akari. Oh, not just Marcus Nelson. And he's going to try it on Ravo, but he's been forced wide by the Lamborghini car on this final lap of the Lagos E3. It's very dark around here now. There's a very good shot that there is rain. Tyres getting to that cliff of performance for many of these drivers. There's a very good chance that someone could end up getting a puncture come the race's end. But Marcus Nelson, now he's left Akari for dead, pretty much. That's 15% tyre wear for all of these guys, but coming into the final 2 turns, it's been a great day for DS Andretti. Sebastian Ocampo comes through the final turn and he wins the Lagos E3 and he takes the championship lead with it. Ravo's going to come home 2nd on the line. It'll go to Marcus Nelson and Akari will have to settle for P3 at the end of the day. Yuki Suo, now JD Venter, everyone coming across the line doing new faster laps. And Cameron's going to be the last one to come across the line. What a race, what a race. And this is the podium then. 2 Philippine drivers on the podium. It's Seb Ocampo from Marcus Nelson from Akari for Pinnacle Formula E team. What a race. Then it's Pastor Maldonado, Emil Rez, Darren Baltasarov, Teodor Schumacher, and UK Ball, your top 8. Outside of it, you have Jacko Tigranes, Marcus Nelson, Mahavira Gunthan running out the point scorers. Then Ravo, who finished 2nd on the road, dropping to P11 due to his 5-second time penalty. And it's Yuki Suo, Bob, JD Venter, Lawless Leclerc, and Leo, the top 16. Just outside of that, you have Ironet Babness 17th, MF Momo 18th, Enoch QE 19th, and David Camino last of the finishers. Your non-finishers were Carlos Kynes and Daf Sanchez. In the drivers' standings, Sebastian Ocampo leads the way on 97 points. That's 20 ahead of JD Venter. Then it's UK Ball or Charles Kynes, Ravo, and Anifam is the top 6. I'll let you read out the rest of them for yourself. In the constructor standings, going into the next round of the championship in Sanya, Mercedes-Benz Formula E team, whatever they call themselves, leading the way on 126 points, but they're being caught by both TS Andretti and Hyperdrive Racing. Behind those three, you have Braun Honda Grand Prix, Jaguar, the top 5, and then you have Lamborghini Mako, Pinnacle Formula E team, Red Bull Formula E team, Renault Edams, Skoda Volkswagen, and Rodin Toyota. We'll see you guys next time then for the Sanya E3.